Welcome on board Sports Bang on this winning Friday, and it's my pleasure to have you around today. My name is Tunde Olawuwo. From now till 8 o'clock, it's going to be a time of getting the best and the latest in the world of sports. Of course, having interactive and in-depth analysis, taking your all-important feedback as well. And talking about your feedback, you know what Fridays represent for us. We add that spice of ensuring that we make winners out of you, our friends, especially the loyal ones who have been listening from Monday through to Friday, and you think, okay, it's time to incentivize it for you. So get your phones ready, make sure that it's fully recharged. The numbers are 0809 155 1055, 0805699 8678 and 07069493000. At the appropriate time, we open the phone lines for you to call in. This time around, we're not doing 5K. Yes, because we are splash. And of course, we set the pace. So we're doing 10K this morning. In case you don't understand the lingo, it's actually 10,000 naira. If you get to win, remember, it's simple. You need to listen from Monday through to Friday. That's where we draw our question from. Call in and pick a number. But before we move on, let me welcome my friends in the house. I have the duo of Ayobami Animashaun and, of course, Faith Adedeji. Together, we'll be running the show today. So where do I start from? Let me start with Faith, the one who always reminds us of the date and what is special actually about it.
Yeah, good morning, Tunde. Good morning, Ayobami. Good morning, Ibadan. I'm beyond, obviously, because there are people listening from all over the world. I'm watching as well. It's another wonderful Friday morning. Winning Friday Sports Bank, always special. That extra bit of class that we also had to eat as always. And then, today being the 18th day in the month of June, quickly into our history books, it reminds me about, we'll be celebrating the birthdays of two people in the world of sports. Talking about, the first one, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who will be turning 32 today. Undoubtedly one of the best ever goal scorers in African football history. You just have to say that. He scored 313 goals so far in his career, and you have to say that is really, really laudable. Only about 5 people must have been able to do more than him in African football history. The Roger Millers, Samuel Eto'o, Didier Drogba, and his own career is not over, so you still know that he still has a very huge chance. But for someone to score 313 goals, that's a lot. That is a whole lot. So you have to understand that. And the second person, obviously, is the charismatic Tunde Olawuwo. One of, maybe you will say when someone
Google my stats.
Yeah, maybe talking about your stats, someone says whenever he hears that unmistakable tune of Sports Bank, the first thing that comes to his mind is Tunde Olawuwo. So I think that is a proper representation of Tunde's stats and all that. Maybe he has other stats.
Maybe we should let them hear it again.
So, when you talk about Tunde Olawuwo, talking about sports casting in the entire city of Oyo, the city of Ibadan, Oyo State, and Nigeria as a whole, that is a whole force, is a force of nature. And happy birthday to Tunde Olawuwo. Long life in good health and sound mind.
Thank you very much, Faith. Except that I didn't add the stats.
I was about to do that.
Okay.
I had to leave AY.
It's the stat man. That's my job.
So good morning to you, Faith. Good morning to Josh. Good morning to the listener.
What is it with that shit this morning?
Well, it's actually for the occasion. You have to look up for the occasion, And a special good morning to Tunde Olawuwo. Talking about his stats, he's got loads of them. Over 1,000 appearances as a footballer. He's won the Champions League, not the UEFA Champions League, Oyo State Champions League. He has won the Nigerian Champions League as a player and as a manager. Now, talk about him in his profession. He has been at the job for donkey years. He has won many laurels in the individual awards, collective awards, and he has been able to breed loads of other stars right now in this industry. Definitely. So I think this, for me, would really go down as just a tidbit of his stats. If you want me to actually delve straight into more of his stats, talk about the fact that he has played with several other top stars in the game. I think he also featured with Samuel Eto'o, right?
Yeah. Tunde has a very interesting story.
He has a very interesting
He used to
story.
be my teammate.
Yeah, of course, I know that. I think you have a picture to also back that up. if we can actually
He used
dig
to
up
be my
your archive.
teammate. What is it with pictures? I mean,
And he has a video.
You know, something like that. So, with Kano Unwako, and I think occasionally as well with Austin J. Okocha. I remember there was a time he also told us a story about Austin J. Okocha running out to him for his signature. I don't know how true that is. Talk about his style in his own right.
we deal with facts only.
Facts only. So that's not a fact, right?
Facts only. There's a time that there was a time that people used to slander Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah.
They were calling him Olawuwo.
Olawuwo, true that.
Not as a compliment,
But as a slander.
but then again, all of you, what are you saying now about the same Romelu Lukaku?
Oh, well. Now, let me look at it from the angle of the fact that indeed Olawuwo has lived up to the name, both on the mic and even on the field. So if you are out there bearing Olawuwo, I think it's actually a great time, honestly. Because the man can't stop scoring goals on the field, and someone that also bears that name can't stop actually, doing wonders, with the mic. So indeed, such a great
Romelu Lukaku just ended the season winning, that award in the Serie A
The MVP
as the
award.
most valuable player. Tunde Olawuwo also bagged, a particular award, last year. I've forgotten that, that award. So
I remember, but
there's something about the Olawuwos,
yeah.
and then maybe
Okay. You guys make it look like we should make it 15K.
Well,
But then again, I remember there's tomorrow.
I posted something on social media. I said, well, I suspect that it will be a very beautiful time to call in on Sports Bank, because winning Friday Sports Bank, having a Sports Bank come on a winning Friday on a June 18, maybe happens once in 7 years. So I mean, it will be a very beautiful time to make it 15K today.
It is what it is. Still 10K. And
we can make it 20K.
we really need to leave the room open for our people to call in. Okay. So let's quickly check out in the world of athletics this morning. Enoch Adegoke posted a time of 10.00 seconds at the Athletics Federation of Nigeria Olympics trials held at the Yaba College of Technology, Lagos, on Thursday to book a place in the 100 meters event at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Adegoke also triumphed in the 100 meters at the Edo 2020 National Sports Festival, finished ahead of Uchel Riche Chekiri, who ran 10.07 seconds to place second. He becomes the 12th Nigerian athlete to qualify for the Olympics in the track and also field event. Meanwhile, track queen Blessing Okagbari was agonizingly denied an African record and the world leading time in 100 meters as she ran a wind-assisted 9.63 meters at the AFN 9 minutes 63 seconds at the AFN National Trials. Okagbari's mark equaled the second fastest time ever in the world, set by Jamaican Shirley Ann Fraser-Price in June, and would have immediately installed her as a medal favorite in Tokyo. But her exuberant celebrations died down when it was revealed the race was run at a non-legal wind of 2.7. And now on to tennis. Rafael Nadal has withdrawn from Wimbledon and the Tokyo Olympics due to fitness concerns and to prolong his career. That's according to him. The Spaniard hinted that he was a doubt for the year's third Grand Slam, which starts on June 28th, following his epic 4-hour 4-set defeat to eventual champion Novak Djokovic in the French Open semi-finals. Nadal, who is tied on 20 Grand Slams with Roger Federer, has also expressed his reservation about going to Japan next month due to the restrictions and COVID-19 protocols in place. Well, it's unfortunate that we're not going to be having, one of the true GOATs. That's the greatest of all time in, at the Wimbledon, which is actually my favorite slam of the year. But then again, if there is another way to look at it, and I posted on Instagram about this yesterday. It's a kind of opportunity for Novak Djokovic maybe to clinch the 20th one, and then you're going to have the three of them on 20 slams. I think that would be nice.
They're going to the US Open. It's going to be war.
It's going to be war because there will not be a battle for the real GOATs.
But then I think it will still go down to Novak Djokovic. He has more time on his hands. You just have to say that.
You never can predict.
No, you can, obviously. Time is always the
with
bane.
Injuries.
Time is always the bane of every athlete. You cannot play forever.
Christian Eriksen, before going to the Euros, who would have thought that this?
Well, the saving grace is this is a
and
different
we don't even know if
this is a different sport. I'm not sure we've had history of cardiac arrest in tennis. If we have had, it's actually quite
I can
rare.
remember.
Exactly. So, but I think from the angle of what Fate is trying to say, it is really understandable. He's the youngest amongst them, talking about Novak, and arguably the one in that is actually most informed amongst them as well. So it is really understandable if you are tipping him already for the Wimbledon and ultimately to even be the one with most Grand Slam titles at the end of their career. But I think the current form is also not helping other guys. Now Rafael has pulled out of this, and ultimately the Olympic as well. Talk about Roger Federer. He just got knocked out, I think, of the Queen's Club, which usually is preparatory tournaments for the Wimbledon. So it's not really looking good for him in terms of form and possibly in terms of his fitness as well. So I think as things stands right now, if Wimbledon were to start today, I mean, Djokovic will obviously be the tournament for that particular, the favorite for that tournament, and it is understandable why loads of people are actually, trying to pick their things with him. But, tennis sometimes, maybe, just maybe, one of these big, young lads that have been trying to knock and break into the top echelon might just really fancy their chances as well. I think the last time out we had Tsitsipas in the final. Zverev also, I think, won a Grand Slam last year, or was in the finals.
I think it was Dominic Thiem.
We have Medvedev as well trying to knock and of course break into that top echelon as well. So I think for me, they might also just really fancy their chances, and we just never can tell.
Well, it's not just going to be Rafael Nadal missing out of the Wimbledon. Naomi Osaka is also not going to be playing. She has decided to spend that time with friends and family, whatever that means. Fate. This lady is 23. She's in her prime. Fine, she's battling depression and anxiety, but a lot of people will, wonder that, look, if indeed you want to end up as, one of the greatest of all time in tennis, this is the time she needs to be racking up slams and not taking breaks in between.
Obviously, if you look at it from that angle, you are absolutely right. The reason being that you look at a particular Roger Federer that we just talked about. Roger Federer racked up most of his slams, 2004, 2005, 2006, 7, 8. But right now, the last time he won his slam was in the 2018 Australian Open because he's declining. He no longer has that kind of invincibility that he used to have in times past. And, just like we were saying, for Naomi Osaka, this is the time she should be racking up all the Grand Slams, because probably we don't know when she would get to her prime and all that. You never can tell what will happen any day, anytime in the world of sports and all that. So, but when it comes to health, when it comes to mental health, when it comes to anything around that, we always say that it takes priority. It always takes that kind of preeminence over every other thing. So if she's saying that she's not emotionally ready, she's not mentally ready to play a competition, then so be it. But left to me, I would have wanted her to play all these competitions, try to rack up all the wins. But then, if her body is saying no, then she should just, relax and come back fit and firing on all cylinders, maybe the US Open. And if she's not even fit enough for the US Open, she should come back for the Australian Open next year, doing what she knows how to do best.
I'm actually having some kind of issues with it because we do not know for how long she'll be out for. She hasn't stated that.
But she doesn't know. She plans to play
in Tokyo Olympic Games.
Meaning that it's not so bad after all.
Maybe. But then you also realize that firstly, she has always been kicking against Tokyo hosting the Olympic Games. Now that she's already putting that as a possible return date,
she's
I'm still a bit skeptical.
Yeah, she wants to play in front of you.
She wants to be at home.
I'm a bit skeptical about it as well, honestly.
Okay.
But if that would eventually turn out to be a springboard, I think it will always be perfect. There'll be home fans right there in Tokyo. Maybe with that, she can actually just feel a bit relaxed, and then maybe just throw the whole issue about her mental health on the back burner whenever she's actually playing on the Tokyo court, and hopefully that would eventually help her to rekindle career, which is already dwindling as we speak right now.
Okay, let's return home in Nigeria, and from the MPFL straight, we're bringing you this. It was Eyimba 2, Enugu Rangers 1 yesterday in the battle, what you would call Oriental Battle. Victor Mbauma and Siri Olisema scored either side of Israel Abia's effort as Eyimba edged Rangers in a rescheduled MPFL match day 20 fixture on Thursday in Aba. Following the win, Eyimba will still have 2 games in hand, climb a place above Rangers to 6th on 44 points. 6 of leaders Aqua United. Meanwhile, Rivers United head coach Stanley Aguma has regained his freedom from gunmen who abducted him on Tuesday. The club's general manager, Oke Paliku, confirmed Aguma's release on Thursday evening, but did not reveal details of how his release was secured. Usually they don't say. So we're just happy to have him back. Well, General Gattuso has left as head coach of Fiorentina just 23 days after being appointed. 23 days. The Serie A club confirmed on Thursday that the former Napoli boss had stepped down by mutual consent. What is going on with this great Italian player turned manager that we are not... I mean, it was Andrea Pirlo. Now Gattuso.
No. I think this case is quite similar to what also affected was it Antonio Conte getting the Tottenham job. It's about misconception of ideology. Gattuso wants the club.
Unlike, the difference exactly. Antonio Conte didn't sign. It's down to the agents and whoever got to the negotiation table on behalf of both parties. Because you need to look at all the things you want before you cross the T's and dot the I's with any club. Before you put pen to paper, you need to say that these are the things I want. These are the transfer.
Because of time, we'll not be able to go too much into all of that. Sergio Ramos burst into tears as he said farewell to Real Madrid on Thursday after 16 years, but left with a parting shot saying he was surprised that the club decided to withdraw a one-year contract offer to him by claiming it had expired. The report we had was that he wanted 2 years. Perez was as the president of the club, was only interested in giving him just 1 year. But now that 1 year
expired.
I think the problem here, as been stated by some people, is that Perez wants to be the only powerful person in that club.
Moreover, there's also this conspiracy of a 16-year syndrome right there in Real Madrid. Legendary players don't make it beyond 16 years with the club. Iker Casillas spent 16 years. Raul actually spent.
Ronaldo didn't spend 16 years.
Obviously, he didn't spend up to that. But Sergio Ramos could have spent more than that. But
16 years is a lot in modern day football.
Yeah, it is. But then, I think for someone of that legendary status, he actually deserves a better reception.
Yeah, but as a player, he's also been dwindling in terms of his ability.
But then there's nothing wrong with Ramos retiring at Real Madrid. I mean, the way they let go of their legends is something we have to talk about. But then I'll talk about that on another day.
Like they did with Casillas.
They did with Raul Gonzalez. They did with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Figo as well.
Maybe
Figo? You're putting Figo in that.
Because Figo is a Real Madrid legend, isn't he?
Well, Barcelona fans who don't want to talk about
He's
that.
He's more of a Real Madrid legend than a Barca legend.
That is true, though. Neymar and Alexandro scored for Brazil as they beat Peru 4-0 on Thursday to maintain a perfect start to their 2021 Copa America campaign in Group B. I think we need to take a quick break right now for the BBC Premier League update. When we return, the phone lines will be open for you to call in and be part of the program. Stay with us. It's Sports Bang on Splash 105.5 FM.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Adi Adedoyin at the BBC Sports Centre. Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne inspired Belgium to a comeback win against Denmark that secured their place in the last 16 of the Euros. Belgium conceded a goal within the first 2 minutes. De Bruyne, who was sent on at the start of the second half, then changed the game. He helped create the equaliser, then scored the winner 20 minutes from time. The Belgium manager Roberto Martinez paid this tribute to De Bruyne, who recently recovered from a fractured nose and eye socket.
Obviously, it's a big ask to come on a half-time and being able to affect the game the way he did it. I think it's not just about talent, it's about his know-how and the way that he played in the second half. It didn't look like a player that has been through surgery, that has been away from the football pitch. So again, it shows you the way that he's looked after himself, the way they've been focused in training. But I don't think anyone could doubt of his talent. But this was a very impressive way to have a player that has been away for a long time to introduce himself and affecting the game in that way.
The former Manchester United forward Memphis Depay scored a first-half penalty as the Netherlands beat Austria 2-0 to also book their place in the knockout stage. On Friday, England take on bitter rivals Scotland at Wembley. The Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford explains why playing against Scotland is so special.
There's how the game's actually being played, and then there's the atmosphere and the crowd and how much you actually want to win. It all comes together, and there was just something unique about that game. Yeah, it's similar to the games that I've played for club, against like City and Liverpool. It's a different feeling.
And for more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League.
Okay, there you listen to the BBC Premier League update. Welcome back. Well, it's time for us to listen to you. 0809 155 1055. Remember, what is at stake this morning is 10K, and we can have as many winners as possible. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name, where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, Ayodeji, that is happy birthday, sir.
Thank you very much. Pick a number, Ayodeji.
Number 3.
Ayodeji is a serial winner. Hopefully, it continues that streak this morning. Mention the other countries in Super Eagles 2022 World Cup qualification group.
That would be Central African Republic.
Okay.
Cape Verde.
Sorry?
Liberia.
Central African Republic, Cape Verde, and Liberia. Yeah. I said it. It's a serial winner on the program, and of course, it's won again. Congratulations to you. Woo! It's special. Yeah. So you need to reach out to me on Instagram.
Yes.
I think you've done it several times, so you know the drill. Congratulations. Let's see if we can get another person. He's just one for himself. 10K this beautiful Friday morning, 18 June. Yes. Do you have somebody else? Because Josh is getting impatient. Hello, good morning. Please turn down the volume on the radio set, please. Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Okay, quick one. Your name, where are you calling from, and your number?
Mr. Bumi.
Sorry?
From Kute.
Okay.
Mr. Bumi from Kute.
Mr. Bumi from Kute. Your number?
Number 1.
Number 1. I like people who go for number 1. When will the 2021 National Open Judo Championship scheduled to start in Ibadan? When is it going to happen? Tell us the month and the date. The 2021 National Open Judo Championship.
July 20th.
July 20th.
Yeah.
Is that your answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's July 15.
Okay.
Sorry about it. I think he was calling for the first time.
Yeah.
Well, so what do we give Josh before we leave this morning?
Let's give him a question.
Faith, you should set him a question. Please, let it revolve around Manchester United. If the question is too cheap, you are paying.
Okay, no problem, Josh. So, Josh, when was the... before...
calm down.
Well, I will repeat the question that has been asked before on this show. That Manchester United, the last home game they played before they went on COVID-19 break. Maybe Josh, you can give me the day and the month.
Abba, Faith, we're not a fight before.
I'm a friend. Phone me.
Oh yeah, I'm calling Tunde Olawuwo.
That means Faith is paying.
No.
That's your money gone. Because I'm paying. So you didn't
call EY.
Oh yeah, EY.
No.
Okay.
That was December now.
December.
No, December 20.
Last fans from going to.
I mean, not
okay, so in the month of March. How about that?
You should remember the game.
I do not actually.
Oh, come on.
Was in Manchester derby.
Where's Scott's match? You're just on your own. Well, we'll leave on that note. So we'll keep our money.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Ayodeji Lateef for winning on this program. And of course, this hour we'll be back again on Monday at 7:30. But don't forget that tomorrow, World Sports, 90 minutes discussing sport from a global point of view. Thank you so much, Faith Adedeji.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend. Once again.
Oh shit.
I felt like spraying. That would be illegal, right?
Sorry, can you cue me Kwam once? I do okay, please.
Yeah, on your own. Thank you. Thanks to Thanks to Arakuri Goke. Thanks to everybody. Do have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye.
It's Maestro on the beat, baby.